Bristol City, for the record, they travel to fourth-placed Durham, a team they are currently 2 points behind in the table. So we're underway. Bristol City in the all-red, Sunderland in their changed white strip with dark shorts. Bristol City won 3-0 here against Sheffield United in their last home game to extend their unbeaten home run to 3 games now, a win and 2 draws since a 1-0 loss to London City Lionesses back in January, which is their only home defeat in 9 championship games this season. Birmingham City, though, did win here in the League Cup. And Bristol City on the front foot already. Great chance for the opening goal, and it's tucked away. And inside a minute, Bristol City leads. Lloyd Smith presented with the opportunity, and that is what she is all about. A 9th goal of the season for the player who joined Bristol City from Southampton in the summer. And what a start to the game for Bristol City inside a minute. Real mix-up in the Sunderland defence. And of all the players to play the ball to, Lloyd Smith, who gleefully stepped around Demi Lambourne and tucked the ball into the empty net. Bristol City 1, Sunderland 0 inside a minute. And her 9th league goal of the season for a player who only scored twice in 33 games for Southampton, the side she left to join Bristol City. So a lightning quick start to the contest for the home team. And hopes high that we could be in for a goal-laden fest as we had when they shared 7 goals up at Sunderland back in November. Opportunity to remind you, if you are watching YouTube on a TV app, on a smart TV, you can watch all 4 of the Women's Championship games that are taking place. 2 o'clock kickoffs. They're available for you in multi-screen view. So a special treat for you this afternoon if you are watching on a smart TV. Touched off by Powell, and that's going to be a throw for Sunderland. The worst possible start for a side who have lost their last 4 games since a 2-0 win at home to Durham. Here's Chloe Mustaki. Touch in field again to Struck. Ellen Jones eager to get on with the throw for Sunderland. Corbyn. Stapleton to Goddard, who touches it back to Demi Lambourne. His first touch of the ball was picking it out of the net after Lloyd Smith stepped round her to put the ball away for the opening goal. Stacky favourite to get there first. Bentley shifts it on to Ella Powell. It's going to be a throw for Bristol City. Syme. Powell switches it infield to Chloe Mustaki, goes back to Bentley. Scored just 2 goals in those 4 successive away defeats that they've suffered, Sunderland conceding 8. It's their last 4 away and their last 4 home and away. Run that included a 3-1 loss to Manchester United, the holders of the Women's FA Cup in the quarter-finals. A good run in that competition for Sunderland. Bristol City beaten in the 4th round by Liverpool. Free kick now for the home side. Floated in, headed away by Goddard. Now Sunderland looking to counter here. It's well covered though, and it's a Bristol City throw. Chloe Mustaki will take it. Struck in support the Danish defender. There's Mustaki. Struck clears it away. Picked off though initially by Goddard. Now here's Corbyn. Switch to a back 4 for this game for Sunderland. Had 3 centre-backs last time out. Ceded 4 though to Charlton. And on the back foot again. That was a positive run forward from Mary Ward. Picked up the ball and really drove at the Sunderland defence. Disappointing decision making though right at the end. Taser was in space alongside her. Syme. Now struck. Bristol City very much sticking with their 3 centre-backs. Sunderland felt they needed to change, having conceded those 4 against Charlton. They're 6 points clear of the side immediately below them in the table, Southampton. And then 6 behind Newcastle, the team directly above them. So the odds are that Sunderland will finish 7th this season, whatever happens. Which is a backward step from the last campaign. Club who have had 4 spells in the top flight, Sunderland, the last coming in the 2017-18 season. There's Lloyd Smith. And wins the throw for Bristol City. Simpson with it. Simpson gets the cross in. It's a good delivery. The first time shot is tipped away well by Lambourne. Good work from Bristol City. And it's the Sunderland goalkeeper tested again. Ball won back by Syme. And that's going to be a free kick. Foul by Tiana Taser. Seen very little from Sunderland as an attacking force. It's a lovely ball in. Ward just unable to finish it off though. Mina battling for it. Sunderland come up with possession though. Brown with the heavy touch. Throw for Sunderland. Header flicked on by Dale. Too much service to Ellen Adele so far in these opening moments for Sunderland, very much on the back foot. Bristol City looking to end the season on a positive note at home here. for the trip up north to Durham next Sunday. Here's Mustaki. Touch back by Simpson. Now struck. Powell. It's maybe here for Sunderland, but Bristol City with the numbers back. Powell did well, cleared away by Bentley. Now Ward. Just about kept in play. Mustaki though covers well and wins it back for Bristol City under pressure from Mary McAteer. It's a lovely turn by Lloyd Smith, the goal scorer, and then turned into trouble. There's McAteer. Isolated though, doesn't have too much support, and Mustaki gets the foot in. It's almost a month since Sunderland last played. That 4-3 loss to Charlton was on the 30th of March. 4-0 down at half-time in that game, but almost snatched a point after grabbing 3 second-half goals. I would have been hoping that they could have pressed the reset button after 4 straight defeats after a month off, but the worst possible start here with Lexi Lloyd Smith's goal 45 seconds or so in. Mustaki, good interception. Taser in support. Mina alongside her in midfield. It's clipped out by Mary Ward towards Lloyd Smith. Intercepted by Jones for Sunderland. And that Bristol City attack coming to nothing. It's an awful campaign last season for Bristol City when they were relegated 9 points adrift of West Ham, the side who finished 11th, just above them. They won just 1 game all season, were beaten 18 times. Scored just 20 goals in 22 games, but conceded 70. A 3-2 win away to West Ham was their only win of last season. They lost the last 9 of the campaign. It was inevitable very early on that a return to the Championship was on the cards for Bristol City. Struck. Now Mustaki. It's a good ball in towards Malaika Mina. He might fancy a shot from here. Getting the block in though. Sunderland looking to counter. Fenton playing it in behind Kitching. Now Syme. Both teams struggling to hold possession in those midfield areas where it's pretty congested. Clipped over the top towards Dale, but too much on it. Easy gather for Fran Bentley. Here's Mustaki. Struck. Clipped out towards Mary Ward, who had that chance for Bristol City. Clips it across the 6-yard box. Too much on it for Taser. Back in. Simpson again. Mustaki. Back to Simpson. Seen the quality of her delivery already in the opening quarter of an hour, and that's a foul on Tiana Taser. And a free kick for Bristol City. Very, very tough, of course, to return to the Women's Super League once you are relegated. Just one promotion place on offer for the champions of the Championship. There's one promotion in 22-23, Bristol City. It's been a bit up and down for them. Lasted just the one season this time, though. In a bit of space here on the edge of the box. And the free kick is clipped to the back post by Lloyd Smith, but too much on it. Third top scorer in the Championship, coming into this game with 8 goals, level with Ellie Brazil of Charlton. Only Shania Hales of Newcastle and Isabel Goodwin have scored more. Hales with 12, Goodwin on 14. Hadn't scored in 6 games, though, in all competitions since the 3-1 win at Birmingham in January, so a much-needed goal for Lexi Lloyd Smith. Moves her to within 1 of finishing the season in double figures. Simpson, exchange of passes with Mustaki. Simon, Lloyd Smith colliding off the pitch and off the ball. Both back on their feet again, though. Jessica Brown's throw. It's out by Mina. Syme. It's a lovely ball down the line for Lloyd Smith to chase. Well covered, though, by Goddard. Hacked away by Lambourne. 1 or 2 signs that Sunderland are settling into the game now after an awful start for them. McAteer. Nice exchange of passes. McAteer gets the cross in. And Bristol City clear it away. It was behind Dale, the delivery. Brown. That's a wayward ball. Stapleton covers, though, clears it forward for Sunderland. Now Mustaki. Bentley under pressure there, but did well to pick out Amy Rogers. And by the captain, Syme. Too much on that, though, from Simpson to Taser. Taser, just 19, 12th appearance of the season. And he's part of the Bristol City team that won the Championship and promotion in 2023. Scored in successive games back in December against Brighton and Durham. Also on target in the 3-0 win against Sheffield United last month, which was her last goal. Free kick for Sunderland there for the challenge of Amy Rogers. Neat play by Sunderland. Corbyn with a bit of space to use now. There's 3 in the centre. Goal kick is the decision, though, just overrun by the left back. Seventh appearance, 14th appearance, I should say, this season from Mary Corbyn. Played just 6 times in the last campaign, so it's been something of a breakthrough season for her. Come through the ranks at Sunderland. Ward with the throw. There's Rogers. Under pressure from Kitching. And now Mustaki. Into a bit of trouble there, Mustaki, in the shape of McAteer, and it's a Sunderland throw. Last touch off the Irish international, Mustaki. There's plenty of survivors in the Bristol City team that won promotion 2 years ago. Mustaki is one of them. There's Tazar, another. Trying to work the angle for the shot. And still it's not away, Syme hits it. And well blocked by Lambourne. Bristol City continue to look the more likely team. Good work initially to win the ball from Tiana Tazar. Just backing up the defender Stapleton. Syme in the end getting the shot away. Gollard's header. Towards Kitching, but it's going to be a free kick for Sunderland. Strong challenge from Silly Struck, who represented Denmark at under 19 level. Joined Bristol City in 2023 via Spanish football. She was playing at Levante and Rayo Vallecano. Played for a handful of clubs in her native Denmark before moving abroad. It's a good delivery from the set piece, and the header is over the top. Jessie Stapleton forward from the back. It's a really good ball in. And Stapleton rose well. Here's a goal threat from set pieces. Has scored a couple this season. The 1-1 draw at Blackburn in January. The 3-3 draw at Charlton in October. The goals for the Republic of Ireland as well, Stapleton, in 13 international appearances. He's actually owned by West Ham, is on loan from them to Sunderland. Mustaki. From Simpson. Looked a real threat down this near side as Jess Simpson for Bristol City. So too Mary Ward on the opposite side. Here's Struck. Mustaki. Just too much on the ball for Simpson. No surprise they're looking for her though as the outball Bristol City. Very nearly created a second goal for them with that wonderful delivery for Mary Ward. That was out of play before Simpson could head it again. Struck. Solid start to the game for her. In the centre of that back three for Bristol City. Syme. Clips it forwards. And that's a throw for Bristol City now. Well, you wondered if the writing was going to be on the wall for Sunderland, the bright start that Bristol City made to the game. 25 minutes in, it remains 1-0. See Lloyd Smith's very early goal. Both teams have struggled to create chances since then. Mary Ward with the best of them. Neat play here though from Sunderland. Brown sends the cross in, just a bit too much on that. It's been a frustrating opening half an hour for Eleanor Dale. Scored 2 of the goals in the 4-3 win against Bristol City in the earlier meeting this season. Struck 4 in one game and a 7-1 win at Exeter in the FA Cup 4th round in January. Had a really prolific run from October to the start of the new year with 12 goals in 10 games. Eleanor Dale picked up a posterior cruciate ligament injury though in the 1-0 loss at home to Birmingham at the start of February. Still no doubt recovering from that. Very quickly taken. Well, we now know that it will be Crystal Palace to come down. Neither of these two sides will be up there to replace them, of course. That will be either London City Lionesses or Birmingham City. Palace beaten 7-1 by West Ham, the team who finished just above Bristol City in the WSL last season. So Crystal Palace will return to the Championship in the next campaign. By Struck. Of course, be very, very difficult for whoever goes up to stay there. Ward twisting and turning. And wins the corner. Going on the outside, Ward. Well defended though by Corbyn, just getting the block in, and a corner for Bristol City, which Lloyd Smith and Mustaki are both going across. So it is going to be Mustaki to deliver. You wonder why Lloyd Smith isn't in the centre, don't you? Goal scorer that she is. It's an in-swinger, but just too high. Lambourne happy that it was always going over the top. It's got that end of season feel about it, hasn't it? Two teams comfortably in mid-table. The shackles off a bit, just looking to end the season on a positive, and they've suddenly been opened up here. Here's Tazar, couldn't finish it off. Lambourne did well. Now Syme on the follow-up. Well, they've certainly had the chances to increase their lead, Bristol City. Ward and Tazar now both with chances not taken. Times the Sunderland defence just parting way too easily. Syme wins the ball back with determined play. Lloyd Smith, terrific effort, and Lambourne tips it away. And Bristol City have suddenly stepped up their game again in the last couple of minutes. Determined play from Lloyd Smith and Syme to dispossess Sunderland. And just had enough time to look up and try and bend it into that far corner. Demi Lambourne did well. And Sunderland have a problem with a player down. Let's not forget, back in November, it was Sunderland who scored in the first minute of the game. Eleanor Dale on target. Bristol City, though, were 2-1 ahead by about this time. And 4 goals early in the second half, but Sunderland 4-2 up and in full control. Lloyd Smith made it an uncomfortable ending with a goal 19 minutes from the end. Well, we had the early goal, but nothing has followed since. Certainly not from Sunderland either. Bristol City are the only team who could have certainly added to the score. Fran Bentley has had precious little to do in the home goal. So let's remind ourselves of how quickly this game started. Mary Corbin with an awful ball back to Jessie Stapleton, and Lexi Lloyd Smith keeping ahead really coolly, stepping around Demi Lambourne and tucking the ball into the empty net. It's an old striking skill you don't see too often these days, players going round the advancing goalkeeper. So many are coached to shoot early and get the shot away as the goalkeeper approaches, but if you can step round the goalkeeper like that, it's a surefire way to find the back of the net. Really cool piece of forward play from Lexi Lloyd Smith. Mary Ward had a chance as well from Simpson's delivery. Lloyd Smith with that other effort that she curled just past the post. There was Emily Symes' shot from distance too, and Tiana Teza failing to score with her one-on-one. Bristol City a goal up, but it could be a whole lot better for them, and it currently is. So Mustaki across. Plenty of swerve on the last one, so much so that Demi Lambourne had to see it over her own crossbar. Short this time though to Lloyd Smith. Now Mustaki stands it up at the back post and then headed into the hands of Lambourne by Rogers. Well worked corner from Bristol City, who are certainly showing the more imaginative play of the two sides. The angle there prohibitive to score from a header from there for Amy Rogers. Lambourne going short. Pressure off the ball has been good from Bristol City. Sunderland, when they've tried to play their way out, have merely played themselves into trouble. Stacky looking for options. And decides to go down the line towards Simpson. Brown with the foot in, lost her footing, and Lloyd Smith has it. Spreads it out to Ward. He runs into Corbin. And Sunderland on the front foot here. Played up towards Dale by Jones. There's been no imagination at all from Sunderland in the final third. "25 goals in 18 games this season. Only the bottom four have scored less. Mustaki. Sit back from Struck. It's been as comfortable as a first half can be without a big lead for Bristol City. They'll be keen to add more goals to what's been a decent first half for them. Seen so many times over the years watching football that things can change very quickly. It's out of play. It is a throw for Sunderland. Corbyn with it. Now Stapleton. Well, Lambourne's kept Sunderland within touching distance in this game with a couple of decent saves. Corbyn hassled out of it by Ward. A throw for Bristol City. Rodgers. Jones. Corbyn. And that's played through. Here's a chance for Sunderland. Dale. Well, that is the big chance of the first half for Sunderland. And Dale unable to finish it off. He certainly would have backed her from there. And therein lies the warning for Bristol City if they don't add to the score given their first half dominance. Sheva. Well covered by Mustaki. Sunderland's first sight of the Bristol City goal. Eleanor Dale firing it against the upright. Mina. Lloyd Smith. Oh, did well and then just put too much on the ball out wide for Tiana Taser. Brown's throw for Sunderland. Oh, back to Bentley. Fran Bentley, a former England under-23 international. Very highly rated. Still only 23, but as a teenager on the books at Manchester United and Manchester City. Simpson. Let's put back to the edge of the box for Lloyd Smith. Dwelt on it for too long though, trying to get the shot away, and then Kitching cleared. Out again by Goddard. Bristol City keeping up this spell of pressure. Out to Simpson. Now Mustaki. Space for Taser. Marissa Sheva with the challenge, but it's a free kick. So Sheva playing just a second appearance for Sunderland. She was signed only last month from Portland Thorns in the United States, where she'd made 10 appearances. Also played for Washington Spirit and Utah Royals. American born, but plays for the Republic of Ireland internationally. Delivery in again from Mustaki. Made her debut in the 4-3 loss at home to Charlton, and then he's had to wait nearly a month for a second appearance because of a lack of fixtures for Sunderland. Simpson, space to work with now. Lloyd Smith in the centre, drives it across though. Simpson unable to pick her out. Corbyn happy to see that out of play for a throw to Sunderland. Forward by Kitching up towards Dale. Now Sheva. McAteer. Mustacky's throw. 5 minutes to half-time. Bristol City leading by that very early goal from Lloyd Smith. Had chances to add to it as well. So far not taken, and then survived Alan Adale's big chance for Sunderland. Goddard with the foot in, Brown. All the time in the world for Chloe Mustacky to take possession and turn away. No real pressure on the Bristol City defenders when they have the ball in their own half. Sunderland happy to sit in with bodies behind the ball. Struck. From Powell. Struck again to Mustacky. Just trying to measure that through to Simpson. Cut out though by McAteer. And then Simpson beaten to that by Brown. Wins it back though. Determined play from Jess Simpson. Had her problems with injuries. Still only 20, Jess Simpson, England under-23 international. Came through the ranks at Manchester United, yet to make a first-team appearance there. Picked up a cruciate ligament injury while on loan with Bristol City in the League Cup against Southampton first time around. Returned to Manchester United to recuperate, and then picked up again on loan in January by Bristol City to continue what she didn't finish with the club. Here's forward again. Mina looking to get the cross in and wins the corner for Bristol City. Certainly no exaggeration to see it has been one-way traffic in this first half. Only frustration for Bristol City will be that the lead is only one. Mustacky across again. Same routine. Lloyd Smith makes her way over as well. In by Mustacky, good delivery, header away though by Amy Goddard, who rose highest. And that's all the way through to Lambourne. Haven't really troubled Sunderland with their set pieces, Bristol City. Back with Lambourne. Stapleton. There's been a lot of sideways and backwards from Sunderland. Pretty pensive in their attacking play. Just that one moment when Katie Kitchen's little flick saw Eleanor Dale through. There's McAteer now though. Who gets the cross in, it's a lovely delivery, and there is the equaliser for Sunderland. A minute before half-time and Ellen Jones levels the game for the visitors. And now Bristol City really will be kicking themselves for not adding to that first-minute goal. What a ball that was from Mary McAteer. Suddenly freed up down the right. A perfect delivery, and what about the technique of Ellen Jones? Just a side foot volley that into the corner. And the player who began her career with Bristol City, making 5 appearances for them, returns and scores her second goal of the season for Sunderland. Bristol City 1, Sunderland 1. Well, I can't say they weren't warned. Ellen Adair with that big chance. Not taken. No such charity afforded by Ellen Jones, their former player. And somehow we are level at Bristol City 1, Sunderland 1. Here's Struck. 3 minutes to be added on. Mina. Lloyd Smith after this. It's not going to take too much working out what Steve Kirby's half-time team talk will be generally focused on. The words taking and chances likely to feature somewhere in the team talk. Corbyn's throw. Ward. Mina beaten to that by Marissa Sheva. Powell trying to power down the outside. Corbyn did well. Struck. Mustaki. Brown happy to see it behind for the goal kick. Well, how many times do we see it where one side gets their noses in front, dominates, should have scored more, failed to do so, and then are punished at the other end? It's exactly what's happened here. Ball going long. Tezar looking to put Goddard under pressure. Syme wins the throw for Bristol City. Lloyd Smith beaten to it. Now Sheva seeing more of the ball now in the Sunderland midfield. Important foot in there by Powell on Dale, otherwise she may well have been away. Sheva blocking the quick free kick from Mina and picks up a yellow card for a trouble as well, Marissa Sheva. First booking of the game. Born in Pennsylvania in the USA, Sheva has Irish grandparents though, and alerted the Irish FA to that. Resulted in 13 international caps for Ireland since. Goddard with the foot in. Sunderland throw. And that is indeed the end of the first half, and what an intriguing first half it's been. An explosive start from Bristol City when Lexi Lloyd Smith put them in front in the first minute. Had another chance tipped round the post by Lambourne. Big opportunity for Tiana Tezar. Syme with an attempt at goal as well. They've been guilty of missing chances, Bristol City, and they were punished when Mary McAteer set up Ellen Jones, a former Bristol City player, for the equaliser. Half-time here at Ashton Gate. It's Bristol City 1, Sunderland 1. This is a fixture that's been played out previously, remember, in the WSL. Overall, Sunderland just with the edge. 9 wins from 17 meetings and 6 defeats. There's only been 2 draws in those 17 meetings, and that's where we're heading at the moment. Point each that would keep both teams where they started the day. Bristol City in 5th, Sunderland in 7th. There's Mary Ward. Back to Struck. Neither coach making any half-time changes. By Simpson. Mustaki under a bit of pressure here from Dale. And by Powell. Back from Mina. Here's Struck. Time and space to bring the ball out, pick out Mustaki. Simpson. Brown across. Been a good battle between those two. Jess Brown, the right back of Sunderland, and Jess Simpson playing on the left wing back position for Bristol City. Here's Syme. Simpson. Syme going for the return. Goddard there just to shepherd the ball behind for a goal kick. Just another reminder for you, if you're watching on a smart TV on the YouTube app, you can watch all 4 Women's Championship games that are taking place at the moment, all the 2 o'clock kickoffs in multi-view on your TV app, but only on a smart TV. Touch off by Sheva. Now back with Bentley. Just 2 big moments for her to deal with. Bentley stood no chance with Jones's goal and was beaten by Dale's effort that came back off the post. Back in by Ward to Struck. Now Mustaki. Simpson in space now. Taser made the run ahead of her, but Simpson played it into the legs of Goddard, who's there again to clear and pick out Sheva. Determined defended by Sunderland. And now Dale's in behind. The flag has stayed down here. She's looking for options. Chloe Mustaki getting back to hold her up. Lack the pace there to get away, Dale. Kitching has made herself available in the centre, but it's cut out in the end by Simpson. Now Rogers. Mina. Powell trying to send it forwards. Both teams struggling to keep possession in the early moments of this second half. Powell's throw. Imagine that Steve Kirby would have been of the ilk of, well, just keep it going, just make sure you take your chances when they come along. But generally, the first half was a good performance from Bristol City. And we've bestowed the positives of that on his players. Too much on that for Ward. And a throw for Sunderland. Sunderland through it. And Corbyn with it. Settled down okay, actually, given the error that she made in the opening 40 seconds that gifted Bristol City a goal. Taser. It's a good run. Thrown down a bit of a blind alley in the end, and then just, I think, carried the ball out of play, although the flag stayed down. Look initially as though it was out. Here's Corbyn, cleared by Stapleton. And by Powell. And that's out of play for a throw. Struck with it. Gets it back. Powell, a Welsh international, 13 caps at the age of 25. Last touch that time off Lloyd Smith. It's a Sunderland throw. Been looking for options, forced to go long again with the throw. Here's Kitching. Bristol City win it back. Ward. Now Powell into Silly Struck. Mustaki. Struck first to that one. Picked out Taser. Played over the top for Simpson in space, who got there first. Jesse Stapleton read the delivery though and clears it away for Sunderland. Not sure McAteer kept that in play, she didn't. Mustaki with the throw. Mustaki had a spell in French football actually, playing for Bordeaux but struggled for regular games, featured just 3 times there. Handful of games with Charlton. Into Bristol City via Shelbourne. There's Mustaki. Another member of that championship winning squad from a couple of years ago. And this is positive for them. Syme, the captain. Out to Simpson. It's 2 to aim for. Unable to pick any of them out. Show real quality with their deliveries in the first half, Jeff Simpson, but that wasn't the case there. That's what she was trying to do, get the bend on the ball. Mary Ward arriving late at the back post as well, but the ball never got there. Sunderland have won 3 times away from home in the league this season, the last of those coming at Southampton. 2-0 win on January the 19th. Also won successive away games at Durham, 2-1. And at bottom of the table, Sheffield United by a goal to 0 in October, November time. Here's Taser now. Lloyd Smith in support. Taser clips the ball across. Awkward one for Lambourne to deal with. Sunderland hook it away. Bristol City continue to threaten and work good positions, but without adding to the score. Here's Mustaki. Taser. Simpson. Sent it over first time, and it was an awkward one for Lambourne, but again, happy just to see it over the bar. Seems to have lost her range at the start of the second half, Jess Simpson. Be a fabulous race to replace Crystal Palace in the WSL between London City and Birmingham. We have just 1 game left each to decide it. Both these teams hoping to improve next season to the point where they can perhaps challenge for a WSL return. 2 clubs who both feel that's where they belong. Here's Jess Simpson. Goddard beaten there by Taser, who's done well, pulls it back, and Syme couldn't finish it off. And continue to knock on the Sunderland door for this second goal. Lloyd Smith. Mustaki. Good turn from Simpson. Plenty forward now in red. It's a terrific effort from Lloyd Smith, and this time it's a corner. Too much exaggeration to suggest that Lexi Lloyd Smith could have had a hat-trick. It's more like it from Simpson with the delivery. hit it first time, but straight at Lambourne. Anywhere else in the goal, Lambourne wouldn't have seen it. Such was the power in the strike from Lloyd Smith. Straight at her, gave her a chance to react. Smith with the corner. Delivery headed away by Goddard. And as they were for most of the first half, Sunderland have begun this second half very much on the back foot. Powell. Moving away from Jones. Kitchen takes over the ball and Sheva's got space here. Now McAteer, the supplier of Sunderland's equalising goal. Tried to put in a similar delivery, but Struck was there this time to head it away. Sheva. Now a bit of space maybe for Bristol City to take advantage of. Lloyd Smith. Goddard getting back to her. Lloyd Smith, though, jigging inside, going for goal. And fires straight at Demi Lambourne. Positive play, though, from Lexi Lloyd Smith. Goddard cutting off the route to goal, but Lloyd Smith just stepping inside her. It was going to take quite a strike from there to get the better of Lambourne. Kick for Bristol City, who continued where they left off, really. The scoreline remains at 1-1. Now we're going to get a Sunderland change, a trio of changes actually. Kitching off for McGuinness.
Also leaving the field, number 7, Mary McCatter, who replaced by number 25, Katie Watson.
Is being replaced by Katie Watson, left out of the starting 11 today. Now back in. Dale is going off as well. And Emily Scarr on to replace her. 25-year-olds. Who has been Sunderland's Player of the Year for the last 2 seasons, Emily Scarr. And for a 19th appearance of this season. Not scored in the league, but scored in a 2-0 win at Portsmouth in the FA Cup 5th round in February. So a triple change for Sunderland. Half an hour to go. Bristol City will know how this game remains level. Chance here now for Sunderland. Fenton with the ball in. Bristol City try and get it away. It's wasteful all the way through to Fran Bentley. Here's Struck. Katie Watson, who's come on and scored a couple of goals this season. So Sunderland looking to a bit of firepower to their side here. Here's Simpson. Sunderland really created two big chances. The one that hit the post from Dale, the goal from Jones. Bristol City making some changes as well. Simpson replaced by Leah O'Leary. Irish under-19 international, just 19 years of age. Joined the club from Shamrock Rovers. He is replaced by Theo Morgan. Cheer for Theo Morgan, who scored a goal and assisted one as well in the 4-3 loss at Sunderland in November. 35 caps for Wales, 2 goals. We're still waiting to come on. Morgan is certainly there. Scored in successive games in March against Blackburn and Sheffield United. The run stopped last week though in the 1-1 draw at Portsmouth. Another of the championship winning squad in 2023 still here, Theo Morgan. Interesting to see how they reorganise now, Bristol City. For Simpson. Looks as though she's going straight on over to that left side. Is a straight swap for Simpson in the left wing back position. There's Ward. First touch for Morgan. Big favourite amongst the Bristol City supporters. Something of a surprise she wasn't in the starting lineup. Ward with the ball in. Hacked away by Corbyn. Here's Rodgers. Powell. It's looking as though Amy Rodgers has gone into the middle of the back three now. Dropping in from midfields. Here's Morgan. Fizzes the ball across, header away by Goddard. Driven in first time by Lloyd Smith. Here's O'Leary. And that's a corner. He's immediately added a bit of an extra something to the forward line, Theo Morgan. Joined Bristol City from Crystal Palace in 2021. Returning to the club after 3 years away at Cardiff, Coventry and Palace. Here's Smith's corner. Goddard with the header away, as it often is from set pieces. Ward with the throw. Inside the last 25 minutes. Ward again into Taser. Sliding challenge from Corbyn. And a fair one, it's a goal kick. Demi Lambourne with it. Her first season with Sunderland. Joined from Crystal Palace. Spell with Coventry United, Leicester and Oxford. It's Fenton, Jones. Now Sheva. Kept it in play, couldn't do a lot with it though, and Mary Ward back there, helping out. Carried it over though, it's a Sunderland throw. Mary Corbin with it. McInnes, away in there for Sunderland. She's 20 years of age, 58th appearance of her career for Sunderland now. Libby McInnes coming off the bench. All over the top, Goddard will have to deal with it. Brown in the end it was who hooked it away. Now Syme. Foul by Fenton, and a free kick to Bristol City. Strong game in the central midfield areas, Emily Syme. Came through the ranks at Bristol City before going away for a while and returning in 2022. For the likes of Yeovil and Aston Villa, Sheffield United. Free kick floated in. And the first time shot is in the corner from Lloyd Smith. And she and Bristol City finally do have their second goal with just over 20 minutes to go. I suggested earlier that Lloyd Smith could have been sitting on a hat-trick today. Well, she is now just one goal away from completing that. Mustacky's ball in. The initial header away, falling straight to the foot of Lexi Lloyd Smith, and what a finish. And now she does have double figures in terms of goals in the Championship this season. 9th and 10th of the campaign, both coming this afternoon. And it is Bristol City 2, Sunderland 1. Wonderful, instinctive, predatory strike from Lexi Lloyd Smith. She scored as many goals this afternoon in this game as she did in 33 games for Southampton, the club she left to join Bristol City. Player who began her career at Chelsea. Didn't feature for the first team in the WSL, but a wonderful training ground to learn your trade. Bristol City certainly benefiting from that this season, and most definitely this afternoon. It's her third goal against Sunderland this season, having found the target up at Sunderland back in November. Sunderland have it all to do again to find an equaliser. Ward. Chance on here for Taser. Challenged by Corbin. And the referee gave herself some thinking time before awarding the free kick to Bristol City. Well, Tiana Taser may have missed that big chance in the first half, one-on-one with Lambourne, but the general play has been good. She's been lively. Kept the Sunderland defenders on their toes largely throughout this contest. 7 in the penalty area for Bristol City. Stuckey plays it in. Header away by Stapleton. Syme back into the danger zone. Stuckey thought about the shot, the ball just wouldn't sit up for her. That's gathered by Lambourne. Step forward away from Stuckey. There's O'Leary into the penalty area. Sunderland get it away though. Just as Syme was thinking about pulling the trigger, here's Stuckey. Now Ward. Back by Powell to Rogers. Stuckey. Goddard gets it away. McInnes couldn't keep possession, and Bristol City have it again with Ward. There's Jones. Again, the final ball into the penalty area, disappointing from Sunderland. So another change. Tezar coming off, good performance from her. Didn't get the goal that perhaps her performance warranted. And Amelie Testrup, a player with 4 caps for Denmark, comes on to replace her. 19th appearance of the season, ensuring that she's featured in every game. She joined the club from West Ham a couple of years ago. She's played for the likes of PSV Eindhoven, Liverpool, Roma, and Brøndby in Denmark, where she won 2 Danish league titles. And by Brown. And Stuckey across. Intercepting. So 15 minutes to go. Bristol City leading 2-1, looking comfortable, but then let's not forget that was the case in the first half, and suddenly Ellen Jones popped up to level for Sunderland. They certainly feel they need another goal before considering that this game is done. Their final home game of the season, remember, they travel to the northeast to face Durham next Sunday. Jones, northeast represented by 3 clubs in the Championship with Newcastle, Sunderland and Durham. Here's Testrup. Still going Testrup, flicks it across. And Morgan, stretching to try and finish it off, keeps possession instead, and cleared away by Watson for a throw for Bristol City. Lively play though from Amelie Testrup. Did well to win the ball there, and look at Morgan, so much time and space. If the ball comes through to her there, it's a certain goal. Slight lapse in the Sunderland marking, but they got away with it. In fairness, they've got away with quite a lot this afternoon. Bristol City's 2-1 lead doesn't do it justice, really, just how dominant they've been in the game. Here's Ward. Jones wins it back. Corbyn with the return ball. Sheva. Clip forward again by Sheva. Now McInnes. Switches it out to Brown. There's a bit of space on that far side now. Here's Watson. Faced by Mustaki. Mustaki did well. He's had a really good game. The Irish international was actually part of the Irish World Cup squad in the 2023 Women's World Cup. Didn't feature, a non-playing member of the squad. But no doubt a terrific experience anyway, if not a slightly frustrating one. And the angle was prohibitive there. I think it was a cross anyway. It very nearly found its way onto Bentley's goal. Emily Scarr. Was she trying to chip it in for Jones or go for goal? It was difficult to tell, really. Forward by Rogers. Ward did well. Testra. Goes the way of Sunderland. Maybe McInnes skips away from one challenge, finds Sheva. Gets it back again from Scarr. And once more they switch it out to that far side. Here's Jess Brown. Touch off by Fenton. And the cross into the centre, and it is 2-2. Can you believe it? It's Ellen Jones again. And despite all their pressure, all their dominance, Bristol City have allowed a second Sunderland equaliser. Fenton here touches the ball out. Brown's delivery, and once again it is Ellen Jones ghosting in at that far post, who buries it. 5 appearances and no goals for Bristol City in the early part of her career, but she has struck twice here at Ashton Gate, having scored just once all season in the Championship. It's 3 in 2 games for her now, Jones, having scored her first of the season in the 4-3 loss against Charlton. And Demi Lambourne down in the Sunderland penalty area. Well, the ultimate in frustrating afternoons in many ways for Bristol City. Twice they've led the game. Deservedly so. They were well on top. Seemed a matter of time before they would increase their leads. And yet both times Sunderland have come back at them. Final minute of the first half, and now with just 10 minutes to go, and a player formerly on their books, Ellen Jones, with both goals. Player born in Oxford, capped by England at under 17 level and then by Wales at the same age group. There's one cap now for the full Welsh national team, the 22-year-old, who wasn't getting a game at Leicester before signing for Sunderland in 2023. Went to university in the United States, played for Colorado Buffaloes. Fabulous place to learn your trade as a female footballer in the United States in their college system. Two similar goals in many ways from Ellen Jones. And Sunderland may yet escape with something from this very difficult afternoon for them at Ashton Gate. Against a side who, let's not forget, were a WSL team last season, albeit a poor one. And Bristol City have had their problems as well. Scotland forward Abby Harrison has rejoined Celtic in January after 6 years. Northern Irish international goalkeeper Jackie Burns went to Canada to join Calgary Wilds. So, academy goalkeeper Ella Stowell is amongst the Bristol City substitutes today. Bristol City have two players actually on the bench who would make their senior debut should they come on today. Maddie Durant is another 17-year-old midfielder. Brown through the middle again. Scar chasing. Bentley out to clear. Mina's header. Here's McInnes. Now Scar. Here's Brown again. Cleared away by Mina. They may just have a go here, Sunderland, in the time that remains. That's out for a throw. Bristol City have had 11 shots to Sunderland's 5, 8 on target. So just 3 on target from Sunderland. Scoring with 2/3 of your attempts on goal is a pretty good return for a side who have been generally on the back foot this afternoon. Sheva. Now McInnes. Foot in from Ward. I wonder if one or two Bristol City heads have dropped a bit here, and Sunderland looking to take advantage and perhaps grab all 3 points. Corbyn. Wins that back off Syme. Now McInnes switches it out to the far side again. Brown hits it. 6th attempt at goal, but well off target this time from Jess Brown, the right back. A bit of a deflection on that. It is a corner for Sunderland. Looked as though she fired it high and wide initially, but there was a block on it. 5 minutes to go. Corner for Sunderland, 2-2. Headed away by Morgan. Kings clips it in again for Sunderland, and Bristol City should clear with O'Leary. Bit of a miss kick initially. It was Ward who completed the job. Morgan chasing after that, but suddenly Sunderland are first to everything. Need to lift themselves here again, Bristol City. They've been by far the better team. But credit Sunderland, they've stuck in there, they've defended stoutly, they've ridden their luck a bit as well. They've most certainly taken their chances when they've come along. And now here's Testrup for Bristol City. Morgan in the centre. Testrup plays it across, and in the end neither found Morgan nor Lloyd Smith. He's got that horribly wrong, the Danish forwards. And another one of those let-offs for Sunderland. With Bristol City not making the most of a promising attacking position. Corbyn. There's Rogers. Now Mustaki. Touched away by Goddard, but here's Powell. Here's Morgan. Now Ward in a bit of space. Can she pick somebody out? Stapleton clearing it away, only as far as Lloyd Smith. She and Jones now both on potential hat-tricks. Cross into the box, Goddard's header away. How many times have I said that today? Amy Goddard dominant in the air back there for Sunderland. O'Leary. Now Mina. Oh, that's a heavy touch for O'Leary. An interesting change to take off Jess Simpson, because she was causing problems out there, particularly with her delivery. And see Lloyd Smith unable to complete her hat-trick now. She's going to be replaced by Maddie Durant, who will make her senior debut in the Championship for Bristol City, the 17-year-olds. And Malika Mina is being replaced by Jessie Woolley. And that is all 5 changes now. Woolley on for her 77th Bristol City appearance. In stark contrast to Maddie Durant, who comes on alongside her for her first. A minute to go of normal time. Bristol City 2, Sunderland 2. It'll be just a third draw in the last 18 matches between these two. Makes it even harder these days, doesn't it, for attacking players to score a hat-trick, because very few of them actually last the full 90 minutes. Just hearing there will be 6 minutes added on, so still plenty of time for either team to find a winner. Here's Powell. Corbin. Now Scar. Certainly more positivity about the Sunderland attacks now. Jones after this one. Of the 6 to be added on. Sheva. Corbin. Trying to get to the byline. Wrong decision really. There was time and space to deliver that early from Mary Corbin. Rogers for Bristol City. Stacky. Now O'Leary with a bit of space. Brown across to meet Testrup. Fit in by Watson. Scar. Stretched out that leg to get a toe to the ball. It probably was a foul. The referee playing the advantage though, because Bristol City came up with the ball anyway. No chance for Ward to get on the end of that, and Corbin happily shields it behind for a goal kick.
The attendance for today's game is 2,892.
2,892 the turnout at Ashton Gate for this game with Sunderland. Beautiful afternoon to sit and watch some football. Lovely conditions to play in as well. Bristol City, of course, in the championship in both the men's and women's game. O'Leary. Touch forward towards Sheva. Fenton. Bristol City throw. It's a club that was actually formed in 1998 as Bristol Rovers. For Bristol Rovers withdrew their support for the club, they became Bristol Academy in 2005, and then Bristol City in 2016. Oh, lovely touch through from Scar. Here's Sheva, can she square it? Oh, a better ball, and Jones would have had a tap in for the hat-trick, and surely a winner for Sunderland. It was a lovely move that had everything except the final delivery. Sunderland just one good ball away there from snatching all 3 points. There's Ward. Now Powell. Bristol City haven't really looked like scoring since the second Sunderland equalizer. It's been the best spell of the game for the away team. Certainly at the end here. Sheva again. And they're on the attack once more with Katie Watson. Watson goes alone and scores. And Sunderland have snatched all 3 points. Unbelievable victory in a match in which they have been on the back foot for its entirety. But that second equalising goal has shattered Bristol Rovers at Bristol City, and they've never really recovered. They backed off, and Watson fired it into the corner. Bentley got a hand to it, couldn't keep it out. And what a smash and grab this has been from Sunderland. 4 minutes into second half stoppage time. Bristol City 2, Sunderland 3. A remarkable turnaround. But in truth, you couldn't really see coming. Bristol City were by far the better team. And their run of 3 unbeaten at home is about to come to an end. This will be only their second home defeat in 10 championship games this season. Jess Brown. Well, it looked as though they'd passed up the opportunity. When Alan Jones was waiting for a tap-in the centre and the delivery didn't make it there, but not so. Katie Watson had other ideas. Third goal of the season. Surely the winner here at Ashton Gate. Scar. Watson. Sheva. That is a goal that will see Bristol City slip a place to 6th in the table. Newcastle will go above them. And what a frustrating way to end your home campaign for Bristol City with only your second home loss of the season in the league. Sunderland complete the league double over Bristol City after a 4-3 win at home back in November. Another goal-laden game here at Ashton Gate this afternoon, but twice Bristol City led through Lloyd Smith. And on both occasions, you imagine they would go on and complete the job, but on an afternoon where they missed several opportunities, Sunderland were far more clinical. And a second goal for former player Ellen Jones, followed by Katie Watson's winner 4 minutes into stoppage time, has seen Sunderland go home with all 3 points. It's finished Bristol City 2, Sunderland 3.